Hello, everybody. Today, I brought my little friend with me. This is my emotional support animal, Vito. We had two. Last week, we had to put one down. It was really sad, our 11-year-old Beauregard, but this is Vito. Today, Vito is going to join me. I'm Dr. Kimberly Benson Durst, and he is going to, of course, act silly and be sweet while we're on here. Today, we are introducing a new series. It's all about me. You got it. It's all about me. It's all about self-care, self-love, and we are going to start exploring several different aspects of self-love and self-care. Today, I'm going to take the time to introduce 6 new sections that we are going to focus on that are going to be able to help us to really start promoting that self-care, self-love that we desperately need. Why? Because we matter. Maybe you can see my shirt. You do matter. Today, we are going to focus on you, on me, on self. So we're going to talk about 6 sessions. My suggestion is you start taking some notes and you start journal. That's a little shameless plug for what I'm going to show you later. I want to kind of focus on these 6 sessions: professional, physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and personal. So let's talk about professional. What do you do professionally? Are you learning and growing in your profession, trying to figure out what you want to do in your career? Are you at that fork in the road where you're trying to figure out, do I want to keep going the way I'm going, or do I want to go to school and figure out other ways to make a living, to make an impact? Well, one of the things that I specifically did is I took all the trauma that I had went through and specifically got educated trying to make a difference in someone else's life because mine had been so difficult. So, professionally, let's take into consideration some things that you might need to do. Some people really do get career burnout and they start really focusing and spending too much time. Now, I am a glorified workaholic, I will tell you that, right? And I'm still working too, I'm on my journey. But one of the things you can do is you really need to start taking time away from your workstation. You need to go take a walk, you need to go take a break. We'll get into some ways that I've started doing that too. Take a break for lunch. Set some boundaries. Don't always answer your phone. You know, just because someone calls doesn't mean you have to answer it. You can always check to see what's pertinent and what is absolutely necessary. Try as much as you can, where you can, to leave work at work. I know that's difficult. Try very hard to get regular sleep, regular check-ins with yourself, really trying to make sure that you thoroughly understand how to get proper supervision. Now, it's really hard if your boss is kind of a dillweed, but if you can get really good quality supervision where you can actually feel like you're being mentored, that really does help, because having quality support at work is a big deal. You also want to try to see how you can collaborate and get the support of your colleagues and your peers. Try very hard to take mental health days. You don't always have to call in sick. You can call in well. I have learned, and I do this now in private practice very much, I schedule days off for just me. Whether I have something to do, whether I'm running errands, whatever it is, I take that time off for me. On one of my last self-care days, I cut the grass. I got me a new toy. I got me a 0-turn lawnmower, and for me that's a big deal, so I enjoy cutting the grass. I just want to do those things professionally to help me to back away as well, and there are days that even I try very hard to be there for my clients whenever they need me, but I also know that it is very, very important for me to take a break and take time off, take a class, do a CEU or a CLE or a CME, depending on what realm you're in, and try to do better there. The next one is personal. Learn who you are. When my late husband passed away, I had to try to figure out who I was again, because I'd been Kim and Daryl for so long, I didn't know who I was. Take time to learn who you are. Figure out what you like, what you want in life, what is your purpose. Plan short-term and long-term goals. No matter how old you are, plan for yourself. Plan short and long-term goals. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So let's do that. Make a vision board. I had a friend that was so into that, and I started getting into it myself. The reality is, if you can see where you're going and what you want visually, you can do more to really drive to that place. Go on friend dates, go on girl dates, go on dates with your significant other. Really just spend that quality time getting coffee, getting Starbucks, going to local cafes, getting hot tea, doing whatever you need to do. Try real hard to get out of debt. This is one that I'm still struggling with, learning how to relax. That is such an art, right? Write a poem, write a book. Hello, Vito. Spend quality time with your loved ones, cook out, learn how to play a musical instrument, but whatever you do something for yourself. What about physical? You want to make sure that you're physically trying to get stronger for you, eating regularly, a good quality diet. Yeah, you can have fun, you can eat your sweets, but you need to be balanced. You need to exercise. Just recently, my husband and one of our sons decided to join the 40-40. I don't know if you've heard about this. The 40-40 is a spiritual journey, but it's a physical journey. It's walking 1 mile per day for 40 days. It ties in the spiritual aspect. We are people of faith, so for us it really does too. It gets you to talking about your faith, but it also gets you walking. Now you can obviously walk more if you want to, but the goal is for you just to walk 1 mile a day. It's just to get your blood pumping. You can always go more. Now, some other techniques in physical. We're grown people here, right? So it literally is suggested that you have more sex. Have safe sex. Why? You need to be able to enjoy yourself. You need to get enough sleep. You need to take vacations, take that time off, get massages, take bubble baths. Just have a mature moment for yourself, but also be able to laugh hysterically because it has such great physical properties. Learn how to have that me time. Psychological. You need time for self-reflection, therapy, and journaling. For those people who know me, they know I am an avid journaler. I thoroughly enjoy journaling. I am kind of compulsive with it, but I enjoy it very much. It really helps me to reflect. It helps me to take everything that's happening upstairs and put it on paper. It gives me a new room for more. It gives me a chance to really pay attention and have some more sense of self-awareness, what's going on, what do I need to do. You can draw or paint or go to some art museum or go to the symphony. Just sitting in the sun can have great psychological impacts. Garden. Now, I'm not really a green thumb. My husband is the green thumb, which is so funny. But we have a little garden, and it really is so nice to go out there and see what's growing and pick out your produce and things like that. It just is so mentally calming. The other thing it's really, really hard for people to do psychologically is learn how to ask for help. It's absolutely critical that you learn how to ask for help. I know, Vito. The next section is emotional. What are you doing to connect with your emotions? Some things here may be suggesting that you actually do positive affirmations. Practice self-love and compassion. And if you don't really have that, stay tuned because we're going to continue fostering all of that here. Some other emotional things you might need to do, you might need to cry. You might just need to let it out in a healthy and safe way. If you don't know how, call me, send me a message on here. I'll be glad to help you. Sometimes emotionally you can feel better if you can have some social justice engagement, finding people who are like you and start working or volunteering with them. Learn how to laugh. Say I love you. Watch a funny movie. Watch a comedian. Do a hobby. Flirt with your significant other. Don't flirt with somebody else's significant other. That'll get you hurt. But your significant other. It feels good. Find a hobby that you thoroughly enjoy doing, both with your, by yourself, puzzles, games, things like that, but also with other people. Cuddle with your pet. Oh my gosh, he's such a good cuddler. He really is. He's a lot of fun. He's ferocious if somebody comes to the door, but he's such a good cuddler. You also need to practice telling yourself how amazing and wonderful you are and strong because you have literally overcome everything up to this point. The other thing is spiritual. Now, before you panic, if you're not a person of faith, I'm not here to rub faith in your face or nothing like that. I define spirituality as those things that bring you peace, center, and joy. Whatever that uniquely looks like for you. So maybe it's self-reflection, going into nature, finding a spiritual community, going on a hike, doing yoga. You can even do puppy yoga. I'll rent out him to you. You won't be able to get much yoga done, but you will have a good time. Sometimes you need to meditate, sing, dance, play. We do a lot of games here. We enjoy it. Go to the ocean, go to the mountains, watch the sunset, watch a sunrise, get a spiritual mentor, volunteer for a cause that just really, really helps you feel good. And one other thing that is really great for your spiritual aspect is forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness, because it weighs so heavy when we don't. Now, this doesn't just, release somebody of having to pay penance for what they've done, but there are things that you can do to really help yourself, and forgiveness is huge. Learning how to let go is absolutely life-changing. For me, I drink a lot of water and a lot of tea. I do a lot of flavored waters, and I write, and I call and connect with people purposely. If you haven't noticed, I am an avid reader. I thoroughly enjoy my books. If you need some suggestions, call me. I enjoy connecting with people and nature and just sitting outside, and sometimes just going away and doing nothing. We went to Houston this weekend to visit a client, but we spent time just communing with each other. We didn't go out and do anything. It is important that we learn how to just be. So that's my suggestion. I want you to stay tuned. My organization is called It's Up to You. I'm Dr. Kimberly Benson Durst, and this is Vito Durst. And we want you to start practicing more self-care. Right, Vito? We want you to practice more self-care for one reason only. You're worth it. Stay tuned. I wait to hear your good stories and your successes and how you overcome as we learn how to love ourselves more. Remember, self-love is not selfish. I hope you have a good day.